What's up, guys? So I've decided to take. Hello, this is Kezia, by the way. So I've decided to take up a challenge: 40 days meditation. So meditation is very important. Well, right now, you know, we're in the New Forest. Got some peeps with me. Yeah, they may or may not be in the video, depending on if they give me their consent, but no, most people generally don't. It's very muddy down here. Oh my god, it's slippery! Alright, so the next 40 days or so, I'm going to be meditating twice a day. I've decided to take a different, well, I decided to film somewhere else today. Ruben, what's happened?
Ruben's having a mare.
He's having a mare. I'll be You can't be interrupting me while I'm videoing. Yeah, I'm going to be documenting this thing maybe every 5 days, every 10 days. You know, doing a daily or weekly sort of entry to the challenge. So that should be good. Yeah, so I don't know why I decided to do the video here, the first video, but there we go. Day 5 of meditation, and so far I'm finding it quite easy. The only difficult part is really finding the time just to be quiet and sit down where I've got no distractions and just to let my mind go and just relax. I do find it is a lot easier when I do find that it's a lot easier in the morning when I hadn't gone on my phone previously. I do find that when my mind is less cleared up with loads of things, I do find it generally easier to do, because I find that when I'm doing it, my mind is a lot less distracted, so I can do it a lot easier. During the actual meditation, I've experienced it becoming easier as it goes on, in the way that during the beginning, I'm a lot more distracted, but towards the last few minutes, I find it a lot easier to concentrate. It is only day 5 at the moment, but I'm experiencing quite a few benefits. One benefit is in the mornings my mood is increased by quite a lot. I find it easier just to get my stuff together for work. I find it easier to not procrastinate and waste time in the morning, so I have enough time to do everything I need to do before I go to work. Even before bed, I find it easier to sleep because my mind is a lot clearer, and because of that I can just concentrate on my body and just relax. So far it's been quite good. You know, I do have 40 days of this, so day 5 I've only done about, what, 1/8 of it so far. It's the 10th day of the meditation challenge, and most days I've pretty much got it down. Now I've got it in the sort of system where, you know, once I've woken up, I'll have a shower, I'll wake myself up a bit, and then I'll meditate for about 10 minutes. The reason why I would do it after that and not straight after I get out of bed is because I still have a lot of melatonin in me once I wake up. And as a result, because of that, I end up just falling back to sleep, and the whole process is kind of pointless. So you may have noticed that the background has changed. It's because one of my housemates has left, so now I've moved upstairs because this room is just so much better than the one I had. It's a lot cleaner and just a lot nicer overall. It's just a floor above. But after 10 days of meditating day and night, it has helped me to control, not necessarily control, but feel my emotions more deeply, but as well as that, being able to control myself, not my emotions, because my emotions can't really be controlled, but I can control myself. So there'll be particular instances where I want to say something out of spite or to get the upper hand in a situation. Because I'm a bit more aware of my thinking, I'll say to myself in my head, no, don't say it, don't let yourself say it, because you know something stupid's gonna happen. It's not gonna be the result that you want. Usually I would just be taken over by the feeling, the impulse to say something, but I feel like it's less so the case now. I also find that I take my days a lot slower, so not in a bad way, but I'll take my activity by activity. So if I'm editing a video, I'll concentrate on editing the video, try and do that to the best of my ability, and not really think about anything else. Or if my mind does wander elsewhere, it's easier for me to bring my attention back to what I'm doing. I'm only hoping that with time this will improve, because again, it's still not perfect. There's still, you know, maybe about 85% of my day I'm still getting distracted, but there's, you know, that 15% where I'll realize what I'm doing and I'll take myself from where I'm thinking and back into the moment and concentrating. And the skills I've developed as well are, if I do realize I'm not in the moment, like physically as in mentally, or my emotions are a bit out of whack, I'll just focus on my breathing, really feel my body and feel my body sensations, just do like a body scan, feel the top of my head down to the tips of my toes, and just breathe until I feel back in the moment again. It sounds a lot more simple than it really is. It's really complicated. I might do a video on how I meditate, so I'm not going to do a video saying how to meditate, because there is no one way to meditate, but there is different ways that people find good for them. I have my own particular way. My way is just sitting down somewhere quiet, starting with some deep breaths and doing a body scan and visualizing a lot. I like to visualize waves, but again, I can talk about this in a different video. So I might do another update in a few days, so it'll be in around the 2-week mark. So because we're 10 days in now, I think 2 weeks is a good point. Yeah, so 2 weeks will be about a good point to report in. So I'll do that then. But I'm looking forward to, finishing this whole thing. 40 days is quite a long time, but I'm enjoying adding it to my life. I did do meditation in the past, but I never did it this consistently. And I never did it twice in one day either. But as time goes on, I will get better at it, and I will get more benefits because I'm going to get better at what I'm doing. There are a few days here and there where I don't get the full benefit, where I don't feel like much has changed. It's because I've been distracted or I haven't been able to fully focus. But, it's all a learning experience at the end of the day. And this is my experience. So I'll catch you guys in a bit. Day 19 of the meditation challenge. It's been an interesting ride so far, given, the circumstances at the moment, with the whole pandemic going on and such. So it's been a nice way to sort of ground myself and be a lot less worrying of my surroundings and circumstances. And obviously the fact that we're gonna have to stay in a lot more. But it has helped me to be a lot more at peace with myself. I have noticed now that I'm seeing the thoughts more as noise. All it is to sort of calm my mind. I have to track the noise and then turn down the volume. And the best way to do that is pay attention to my thoughts as they come. So when my mind is cleared up, I can hear, when the thoughts do eventually come into my head, I notice them for what they are, and I notice what the thought is, and then go back again. So that's my way of saying that I do find it easier now to get into it. I've got my own little rhythm, my own little routine. I've done a bit more research into it, and done a little bit more research on the pineal gland and the third eye, and focusing on that part. So I've actually incorporated an extra practice to the meditation where I count down from 100 all the way to 0, then focus on this part of your brain, or the third eye as they call it. And I'm finding a few more benefits with that, and it is helping to relax myself. But it's still in the early phase. Overall, it is a good experience thus far, and it is helping a lot more, especially given the panic at the moment, the way things are. I do find that I'm not over panicking when I'm, for example, in the supermarket and there's no toilet roll, there's no chicken, there's no essentials, A lot of people are panicking, and I'm noticing people do it, and I am feeling an urge to panic, but because I noticed that, because of the meditation, I'm able to just slowly bring myself away from that and just concentrate on what's going on in the current moment. So that is a massive benefit, but hopefully more will be coming soon. And yeah. Day 19. Day 27 of the meditation challenge, and wow, like the last day has been really difficult. Essentially, obviously, I've had to move back home because of the whole coronavirus pandemic thing. As a result, I have to be away from my girlfriend, my friends, my freedom, the life that I had in Portsmouth, which I was really enjoying, and I had at least 4 months of it to go, and it's a massive shame it had to be cut short because of this and this sort of situation. So I just have to adapt and be strong in this situation. The meditation has helped me, but it has been very difficult. It's been difficult because I have had a lot on my mind, a lot of emotions going through me. I've been very stressed being back home and not really being ready for it, and people around me being more affected by what's going on than me, and their energy rubbing off on me and making the situation a lot more stressful. The meditation is a valuable tool to help me calm my mind and help me to try and be a lot clearer in my thoughts and try and not let my emotions take over, because at the moment there's a lot of things going on and I'm finding it very difficult to get to grips with the situation, being away from certain people and from taken out of a scenario which I didn't want to be taken out of. There's still the fact of I don't know when it's going to be over. No one does. This thing's getting progressively worse, and we don't know. We fear for our loved ones, we fear for the ones we can't be with at the moment, we fear for obviously our jobs, all these things that are occurring at the moment. But yeah, it's quite funny how this always happens. Whenever I do a challenge, something always happens in the background. It's always, but it's the second time I've done one. Second time something's happened in the background. But yeah, I'm back in my shed again. But so far the meditation is good. It's going well. I'm trying to keep it up as much as I can. Again, because this is the challenge, this is the whole point of the video. But given the circumstances, it is proven to be a useful tool for me at the moment. I do really miss certain people, and it is quite a difficult scenario, and we don't know when it's going to be over, so let's just hope for the best. Day 33 of the meditation challenge. It has been difficult few days. Reason being, we have to self-isolate, stay in, not really something we're all used to. I have up the time from 10 to 15 minutes in the morning. I think I've gotten quite used to it now. 15 minutes feels a bit more reasonable. I have also found that I've got this unusual, weird voice, sort of, not voice, but it's a sense of awareness that I didn't have before. So I'm constantly being able to criticize my own actions and have like a third or second perspective on what I'm doing. It has made it easier for me to control my responses, my reactions, and be more critical of myself, but not in a negative way, but in a way where I can improve. But I'm not gonna lie, past few days, it's been difficult because I haven't been able to do it properly because I've been quite stressed. And as you know, when you're stressed, it's hard to concentrate, and when you can't concentrate, it doesn't go the way you want. But today it was quite good, and like I said, I've got that sense of awareness now that I didn't have before I started doing this. It's definitely helped me to stay relaxed in these sort of unusual circumstances where we're faced with different challenges. We have to find ways to make our days a bit more creative, because we all know if we do the same thing every day, it does tend to get really boring and really frustrating, because like I said, we're not used to this sort of thing happening to us. My meditations are letting me stay more in the moment and be more intentional about how I go about my days. Especially now is the perfect opportunity to practice it, because it's just a clean slate. I can do literally anything in my house as long as it, within reason. And obviously I can't leave. As far as things go, I can just do whatever. So I'm using that as an opportunity to just exercise, read, just catch up on things, make videos, etc, etc. But yeah, I think I've probably only got a week left of this now. Yeah, I have enjoyed it. As far as I know from now, I'm going to continue it pretty much. Maybe not as religiously, but maybe I will, because as soon as I start to stop, it becomes null and void, and I just stop doing it completely. It's strange how these things keep happening when I'm doing a challenge where there's something strange going on in the background, something unusual. Take home message from this is just to enjoy the day. If you're struggling with, trying to cope, trying to do things, try and be creative, try and catch up with things, and just know that it's not going to last forever. So just look back on it, and you might even find that you want to go back to this time later on when things start to get stressful again. But now, take sort of peace in the relaxing side of it. I'm lucky enough to have a garden, so I can just lie down and enjoy the quiet and just relax. Even if you don't have that, at least we can go out for a walk a day, so at least you have that time just to obviously stay away from people, to just relax and enjoy the tranquility, because we all know the world's going to get busy again, so let's enjoy it while it lasts. Finally done it. So we've reached day 40 of meditation, and what a ride it's been. The amount of things that have happened in this time is pretty crazy, not just to me, but to the things around me and the world and in the background, of course. I've definitely learned a lot about myself from this journey, and learned most of the things that generally consume my mind, and I've learned the things that mainly bother me, and they've become more present, more in the light. I've been able to control my responses a bit better as a result. So the main benefits are increased mental clarity, more relaxedness. I've been able to just relax a bit better. It's easier for me to sense and track my thoughts and understand the way I'm feeling a bit better. It's a nice part of the day. It's a nice little morning/night ritual. And I know there's a lot of research studies which suggest that the more you continue meditation, it actually increases the grey matter in your brain, which what that translates to is a decreased risk of Alzheimer's and dementia, or potentially stalled, I'm not too sure, stalled or completely preventing, but I know it definitely has memory and a lot of cognitive benefits as well, which are those sort of things I can't really account for at the moment because it's only been short, but I think with long-term practice, the benefits really do stack up more than the little 40 days that I've done. Would I recommend it? 100%. I mean, I kind of knew before going into this that it's something that I would benefit from, and I know that it's something that many other people could benefit from too. And like I said in other videos and previously, there isn't just one way to do it. There's multiple formats. Again, you can just go outside, stay inside, eyes open, eyes closed. You can do it with a active thinking mindset about reflection or gratitude or whatever, or you could just try and clear your mind and try and see what comes to the surface when you're trying to clear it. That's the one I like to do, the mindfulness side. I hope this video has been kind of insightful for you guys. If any of you guys are on the fence about trying it or thinking it, especially now that we have a little bit more time in our hands, it's probably a better time to start getting into it, because we have a bit more free time, so there isn't really as much of an excuse to not do it, if you want to, that is. Well, with that said, I've got a few more challenges planned soon. I want to try and do one where I'm going to try and quit social media for a certain amount of time. That means like Instagram, Facebook, maybe YouTube, but it's going to be a bit harder. But there's a lot more coming. I mean, I've been quite active recently on the channel. I think I will be a bit more active than I am on average, so I'm going to try and post one every week or every two or twice a week. Just depends on my ideas, really. If I have loads of ideas, I'll just keep smashing them out. If not, it'll be a bit more few and far between. But there we go. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Leave a comment if you have any questions, or if there's anything you liked about the video, anything I could have done better. Let me know. With that said, take care, guys. See you soon.